What y'all doing up in my house? No way. Okay. Oh, I was supposed to present today. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so today in my presentation for the final, it's going to be a hybrid. It's going to be some papers, me talking about my presentation with my computer, showing you guys some of my posters from the year, and then a reflection at the end, the all about me. So just get ready for that. But first, I got to get ready. So for my presentation, I decided to do Ecuador because Ecuador is very biodiverse and has a lot of cool animals, and so I just like that aspect of Ecuador and the culture. And I'm also going to be doing my final presentation, but just before, like a little housekeeping. So when I talk about Ecuador's dancing, I have a video that I did just for that, so I won't be in this outfit, so don't be surprised. Okay. So, el país que yo selecciono después, Ecuador. Ecuador está debajo de Colombia. La capital de Ecuador es Quito. So Ecuador is most known for its land and like the produce and stuff that the land creates. And so their most known island is Galapagos Island. And an interesting fact about Galapagos Island is that you cannot just go there. You have to go be on the mainland for like 24 to 48 hours. And then after that, once you have the same germs and bacteria of the area, then you can go, because they don't want you to kill the animals. Because, you don't purposely kill them, but because the type of germs and bacteria you have in your body might kill or infect an animal, and that could kill a species. So that's why they would like for you to have, breathe the same air and that kind of thing a little bit before you just go to their island. But they're also known for the cocoa beans, bananas, and the flora and fauna, as I said before. So all about Ecuador. So Ecuador got its name because it's right next to the equator. But interestingly enough, when you translate Ecuador, it just means equator. And so Quito was the first settlement in Ecuador, and that occurred in 1534. In 1822, Ecuador gained its independence with the Federation of Gran Colombia, and they withdrew from them in 1830. So when all of this was happening, it took a decade for them after they broke from Colombia to get on their own feet. So it says 13 years. So as you can see, that's a decade. And $1 is over 20,000 sucres. So this is how much it takes for $1. So the festival I chose was Carnival. And it can kind of be considered both a holiday and a festival, because behind the theme, they're trying to celebrate Lent, or before it, because it's excess and abundance. But it's also a festival because they have they do this huge water, flower, and egg balloon fight. So that's what makes it so different from all the other carnivals in the world, because a lot of Latin American countries and Caribbean countries have their own carnival. But Ecuador is very different in that aspect, where it's not just people walking or having floats or just dancing. They have like a whole water balloon fight. So I guess it's a way for kids to get involved. So that's what I found interesting about them. And so this is a short video I included. I'm not going to show it, but it's just a video of what's going on. As you can see, it's a lot of stuff going on in the video. So as I said before, I put the little dance tutorial that I made inside the video, so you'll see that next. But this is San Juanito. It's an Incan or indigenous dance, but it originated in Ecuador. But interestingly enough, it has pre-Columbian origins. So what's interesting about this dance is that it's the national and rhythmic dance of the country. And it's performed throughout the year at special holidays, festivals, and even during some celebrations. And the purpose of it is to celebrate the earth. So it's all about unity, identity, and owning your culture. Stop the video right here. Okay, so usually this is a traditional dance, and it represents unity and identity for your culture. Usually they do it with two people, so it's like a partner dance, but sometimes the women will dance alone. So you just take your hand like this and go up and back, and the same thing again, you go up and back. And there's all types of music, and then you turn with it, and then you go back and turn. So it's basically just this and back. So just stepping up and back, then spin again. So now I'm gonna talk about like the stuff we did this year. So this is my binder cover. It has mi profesión, the class, and the season. So, or the semester we took it, and that was Primavera 2020. So, mi especialidad a inglés con un menor es salud pública. And salud pública is public health. And then this was our body part one. I got a 90 on it. I'm a little bitter, but it's fine because I learned something. But I have most of the body parts, as you can see. So this is the Mi Familia, the family tree that we did. This was my dog when I was in high school, but we gave her, well, it was my brother's dog, but we gave her back. This is my hermano, Jeffrey, mi madre, Evelyn, mi padre, Jeffrey, and mis abuela, Gertrude. Okay. Oh, fun fact. He got all his hair off. No, I cut all my hair off. Okay, that's my thing. Mi madre es muy cómico y bonita. Mi padre es cómico. Así, así. And this is my class schedule. Yo tuve 5 clases. Had, because if we were still in school, you know, due to the coronavirus, I would have used present, but had because we're gone. So yes, this is my class schedule. And then, so now I'm going to show you guys my posters from class. So this is the most recent one that we did. I did Frida Kahlo. So Frida Kahlo es una pintora mexicana muy famosa. Ella es conocida por sus autorretratos. So basically what that means, so a lot of her stuff that she's known for is like self-portraits that she painted herself. And her story is also very sad. She got into a car accident when she was young, and it kind of ruined her body where she couldn't walk, or she'll always be in pain if she walked. So this is one of her last ones at the bottom, and she was paralyzed, I think, from the bottom down. And she said it felt like nails, so that's what that means. This is her esposo, Diego de Vieira. Let's see, and this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. I don't know why, this is my favorite one. And then, let's see, I'll show you. This is the other poster that I did for Peru. I did Cusco, because when we were younger, there was a show called Emperor's New Groove, and his name was Cusco, so that's why I picked it. And what's very significant about this, it's like I can't say it right, I'm going to butcher it, so I don't want to disrespect it. But basically, the significance is they don't know who made it or how these blocks were shapely made so perfectly without machinery. And so that's what's significant about this landmark in Peru. So the other thing I'm going to talk about was the first cultural activity that we did, and it was a bachata class. I really liked it. I didn't think I was going to because I didn't know what type they're going to teach us, but it was very interesting, and I highly recommend. Like, I feel like for the next activity you do with your class, you should probably make this one of them because it's really fun, and you get to meet other kids that are taking the class, and so that helps with like studying and stuff. So I really did like the class, and it was a lot of people, so I highly recommend going to the next one. And let's see, what else do I have to talk about? Oh, that's everything. So now I'm just going to talk about, oh, I got to spell my name. So the very first thing we did in class was we spelled our name for Profe Sanford, so I'll say that now. So Evonne Sherman. And then I have to describe what I'm wearing. So yo llevo, yo llevo camisa blanca y los pantalones negras. So, un traje. But I don't want to wear it as a suit, so that's why. So, that's everything. So now I'm just going to talk about like my experience with the class. So, I took Spanish all 4 years of high school. So, like, the class wasn't necessarily hard, but like the workload is what made it really, really hard for me to like get that down and like getting used to all the studying that we have to do. Because see, I've never had to study for a class before, like, so it was like a big thing for me as a sophomore, like having to study for the first time, you know, that's pretty good considering we're all in college. But I think what helped me the most was that I'm kind of well, y'all know I'm talkative. Like, I talk a lot. So I think asking questions and talking in class, or like just being engaged, is what is helping me pass or do so well. Because, you know, the more questions you ask and like talking to people, is what makes you a better student. And that shows like your professor that you care. So just for the future, if you have a hard class, talking and asking questions helps. And let's see, one thing I would change about the class would probably be like the quizzes, because I did really bad on like the online quizzes, because like the way Prof. Sanford made the quizzes was very sensitive. So like if I could go back and change one thing, I would just like probably like take my time, even though they were timed, and like make sure I'm doing it exactly how she wants it before. But in the future, I just hope that she makes a multiple choice, because that really like affected my grade. But I hope you guys have a good day, and thanks for watching. So just another thing, sorry about the lighting, but I can't control it. We are in quarantine, and you know, I was trying to be semi-tech savvy using my TV, but it wasn't that good. But I hope you can still see.